nobody would.
So they tell me. Yeah, a bit like mine.
All played fucking blankets anyway.
Sorry about being nosy with the water.
Maybe he just wants the inheritance.
Yeah. Try and knock you off.
He's fucking already had that, yeah.
Try your fingers on that then. I'll walk back there.
Yes, I'm on the delivery. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the delivery.
Made it a bit easier.
He's coming back to the madhouse.
I've just seen, look here, I've seen it, I've had to do one on my own like that, not as much scared of
cows within before the plaster got up.
What did we afterwards?
Yeah, do you think his master then really trade as well?
explains all like the 25, 30 years old stuff. Like, yeah, he said like don't feel